I love making these ribs. It's really, really good fun to do. It's kind of epic. It's an amazing weekend feast. Whenever you do this, it silences a room and people just get stuck in and go a little bit Fred Flintstones about their eating. I love it. So first of all, we've got the beautiful pork. I'm using lovely free-range pigs here. You can see it's the ribs. It's the long cut with the belly attached as well, so you're gonna get loads of sweet meat.
These racks weigh about 2 kilos each and will feed 12 to 16 people.
So just get yourself 2 long pieces of tin foil. Get your pork like this.
Season the ribs with salt and the star of the show, Chinese 5-spice.
This stuff is incredible. It's guaranteed sort of big, beautiful flavour. It's traditionally a grind of cinnamon, cloves, Chinese star anise, black pepper, fennel seeds, and it just smells and tastes fantastic.
Roast the pork ribs curve upwards so that the meat on the underside is bathing in all those juices.
This is important, this wrapping part, okay? Because in the belly and the ribs, it works a lot, okay? So it's gonna be super tough. But when you slow cook it, it allows the flavour to penetrate and the kind of steam hydrates the sinews and then it kind of breaks and becomes sticky and gorgeous and tender.
Cook them in the oven at 160 degrees centigrade for 3 hours.
Next, barbecue sauce.
To create a spiced Asian version of this classic, finely slice 3 red onions and soften in a hot pan. Then add some more of that Chinese 5-spice and a few extra whole star anise.
So look at this, star anise. The flavour of the inner and outer part is just incredible, quite licoricey, but it's just got so much more than that. Really, really integral to Chinese and Vietnamese cooking. I'm just gonna put 6 or so star anise in there. We just wanna fry off these onions so they're super, super, super sweet.
Add 8 tablespoons of apple juice, along with 6 spoons of hoisin sauce, 4 of honey, 2 of ketchup, and 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar.
So all you need to do now is just simmer it away for a couple of minutes to go thick and shiny and gorgeous.
Remove the star anise and liquidize the sauce in a blender. Then pass through a sieve for an ultra silky consistency.
I'll just use a spoon just to move around. Delicious.
3 hours later, the ribs come out of the oven, ready for stage 2.
This is the really, really exciting bit. Let's have a look what we got for our money. Look at the juice that's come out. I'm gonna pour these juices, all of them, into our barbecue sauce. That is so good.
With the juices added, the sauce will need to reduce down until it's thick and glossy.
So let's do the fun bit. Let's glaze our beautiful pork. So get your DIY skills ready and raring to go. And let's have a little paint up.
Cover every inch of your ribs with the sweet, sticky glaze. It's gonna seal in the moisture and give us incredible flavour.
I'm gonna whack this in the oven at about 200. So a little bit hotter now. In she goes. Now, so that's in the oven. That's gonna go beautiful, shiny, sticky and glazed. And there's one more little tip that's an optional extra.
To really give these ribs the edge, I want to inject some serious smoky flavours.
So how do you turn an everyday home oven into a tiny miniature smoker?
You're going to need a metal sieve and some barbecue wood chips, available online or from your garden centre.
Just get it going, it takes seconds. As soon as you see a little bit of flame happening, we're laughing. What that's going to do is create a little smoker in your oven. It doesn't create loads of smoke outside the oven, but any chilli, any soup, any rice dish, any curry that you do will be transformed by this little trick. We blow it out, in we go. The fan's pushing that smoke around. The cinders in there will just keep kind of smouldering away, and that is a great tip.
10 minutes later, and you're ready to get those beautiful smoky ribs out the oven.
This is a showstopper. You know, this is gonna put smiles on people's faces. I've got a massive platter like this, so let's get it happening.
I'm serving my ribs with fluffy, fragrant rice. Now, you're ready to carve up.
Look how tender, oh my Lord. Just look into there. Oh, you can even taste the smoke. Oh my God, yeah, that's exactly what I want.
To garnish, just sprinkle with some finely sliced chilies, spring onions, radishes and coriander.
Why do you want this? Because it's just contrast, colour and freshness. And that, my friends, is the beautiful, sticky Chinese ribs in all of its beauty. That is a big, juicy, incredible rib right there. Let's just tear a little bit of that meat, bit of the rice, bit of chilli, bit of radish in the gob. Oh my God. Big, insane flavour. Okay,
Like
guys,
that.
we're going to bring together two of the most incredible things in the world, the roast and the curry. Yes, you know it makes sense.
This is a proper weekend treat, an amazing alternative to a Sunday roast.
So here I have the beautiful shoulder of lamb, beautiful sweet meat that over course of time will just reward you with tenderness and beautiful pulled meat. It's going to be epic. So first up, we need a spice paste. Let's get some flavours going. I want to go in with 1 thumb-sized piece of ginger. My thumb, not yours.
Add a whole bulb of garlic, a pinch of salt and pepper, and 1 red onion.
Just peeled and quartered and thrown into here as well.
Next up, some serious lamb-loving spices.
Mustard seeds, just a tablespoon. These are going to give great flavour. Almonds, the nice little handful goes in. A nice generous pinch of cumin. What we want to do is we want to flavour the lamb, kind of marinate the lamb, but create like a crust that's just outrageous.
So next, pick it up with some fresh chilies.
I'm going to go in with 2, but you spice it as you like it. We're then going to whiz this up.
Now add a lug of olive oil, a tablespoon of vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of lovely yoghurt.
I can smell that already. Now have a little taste. Oh, even raw, absolutely delicious.
I'm packing a curry into a roast, so these flavours need to go deep into the meat.
Get yourself a knife and go about 2 inches deep. As you go in, just sort of twist. In, twist, in, twist, in, twist, 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 twist. That secret ingredient number 1. Okay, curry leaves. They're like little mini bay leaves. Just run your hands down the stalks and you get these. The smell is phenomenal.
Now stuff those leaves right into the meat.
And that's what I call proper flavour happening there.
Spread your marinade under and over your joint.
It's going to stick to the lamb to kind of be this lovely kind of encrustment. Look at the colour, so beautiful. Just going to put some water in there to sort of give a little bit of moisture to the air. And you're going to get incredible sort of sticky goodness in the bottom of that tray. Give it a little drizzle of olive oil and just look at that. What a picture. That's going to go into a hot oven. Let's say about 220 degrees Celsius for about 20, 30 minutes, just to kind of get this kind of crusting up. Then I'm going to turn the oven right down to about 130 degrees Celsius, nice and low. Cook it for 3 to 4 hours until it's sort of pullable and you can just pull it all apart. And in the bottom of this tray, we're going to make the best gravy ever. So 3.5 hours has passed, that last little moment, when it just kind of dances. That's what I'm after. Boom, look at it, gorgeous.
And just like your Sunday roast, the best gravy comes from the tray.
You want to save all of this lovely goodness and just pour away that pure fat, okay?
Bring it to the boil and give it a makeover with some fresh flavours.
So we're going to go back with our friend, Mr. Mustard Seeds. Just find a little spot of fat and then just put a little heaped teaspoon in. They're going to start popping. They have wonderful flavour. We're going to go back in with some fresh curry leaves, just for sort of vivaciousness and freshness. Then we're going to go in with the sliced red onions. Nice, fast heat, aggressive, quick, give it a stir. I love the way it's so immediate. In with the ginger. Then we're going to go in with some green chilli again, nice and fresh. A small bunch of coriander. Half to go on my dish, and half the stalks washed to get chopped up and put into this sauce. It's almost like stir frying now. We're moving it around. And then last but not least, some tomatoes. This is like the best of roast gravy. This is the best of a curry sauce. I'm just gonna add a very important ingredient, coconut milk. As soon as this comes to the boil, it's ready. Let's have a go. That's naughty. That's very naughty. Needs a nice pinch of salt. It's gagging, just for a little bit of lemon, just to lift it.
All that's left is to platter it up. Your Sunday roast will never be the same again. I'm serving it up with a lemony green salad, crunchy poppadoms, and some fluffy basmati rice.
That, as a feast, is really amazing. Let's not forget that naughty sauce. Look at that, guys. You have to say, that is a celebration. If you did this at the weekend, I think people are just gonna go absolutely mad for it. And that is gonna be a precious little mouthful. That outside layer of the lamb is so good. The inside is sweet and juicy, tender, and with the gravy or the sauce, outrageous. So next time, do something a bit different. Yum. I'm going to do a fantastic meat dish, bigging up all of my peppers. I'm using pork shoulder here. It's off the bone. This is a great cut of meat because it's good value. I've got 2 kilos there. Just score it like that, and you can score down to the meat like that, and then that way. I'm just going to season it up with salt, pepper. Pick it up. I'm going to put it straight into the old pan. Now, skin side down first because I want to render the fat out. You can put a little bit of olive oil in there if you want to just help it along. So you want about 700 grams-ish of nice peppers, and I'm not talking about heat or chilies, I'm talking about lovely, fruity, incredible peppers. Take the ends off. Take out the seeds. Don't waste this bit, peel it off, it's all good stuff. Now once you've got all the seeds out, gather them all up. And now what I want to do, in no particular order, is just slice up as soon as you probably can, but don't be too worried about it. So chop these peppers up, put them over here. Now let's have a look at this pork. Look at that beautiful colour. Put this back out here. In with the peppers. Wonderful colours. In with 2 heaped dessert spoons of paprika. And I think this is really interesting, the way that you can use the fresh and dried, a good pinch of salt, bit of pepper, and then spice-wise, I'm using caraway seeds here. Just 2 teaspoons. I'll put that in the flavour shaker, or you could use a pestle and mortar, straight in, just crack it. So once you've done that, in with the caraway seeds. So I've got these beautiful jarred peppers here. The thing I love about this is that if I was going to blacken this amount of peppers, it takes a bit of time, and if you're lazy, and we all can be, this is good. Chop it up, in with the peppers, like that. Onions, I want 2 onions, red onions, peeled and in half. I'm just going to finely slice these. In with the onions. From the herb department, marjoram or oregano. So just pull it off the stalks, like that. Get the marjoram in. I'm going to pour in a tin of tomatoes. Not a classic ingredient, but it does give it a richness. So big flavours. Perfect for this time of year. Weather's closing in, you want something to warm your cockles. Right. Shoulder, push it right to the bottom, and then try and make a deal of pulling these peppers in and around this pork, smearing it over the top, and it's all going to cook together. And then you could use stock, but actually I'm just going to use water. I just want to cover it. And then vinegar, very important, about 4 tablespoons of good red wine vinegar to give it that twang. Lid on top, bring it to the boil, and then I'm going to put that in an oven for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours at 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. And like the only time you know when it's cooked is when you can get 2 forks and pull away the meat. And if it's just like sticky and gorgeous and moirish and just comes away easily, rock and roll. If it's not, back in the oven and just be patient. Goulash has had 2.5, 2 3/4 hours. I've put some rice on, some basmati long grain rice into some salted boiling water. 10 minutes of boiling. I'm going to drain this little baby over here. I just want a plain, nice white rice. Catch some of that water. Just about half a pint of water in the bottom. Keep the heat on. Cover it with tin foil, or in this case, a plate. That'll steam, that'll go lovely and light. And, you know, I like rice just plain like that, because, let's be honest, we have got one of the most incredible stews. And the whole room smells incredible. Yeah! Let's have a look. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You can put your finger straight through it. Ah, hot. Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah. That's brilliant. Let's try and mix this up. It should just fall apart. That is how you know you've got a wonderfully cooked bit of meat. Now, at this point, doesn't matter how you follow the recipe, what ingredients you use, you've got to taste now and balance. So, peppers there, sweetness. There's a little bit of a hum there of the caraway. It's fantastic. So to serve it, I'll put it in one of these. Help yourself, middle of the table. It's a real stew with personality. Hungarian style-y. I just love it. One more. Happy days, look at that. Wow. And then with the rice, and there's something lovely about the nuttiness of simply cooked rice, but I'm not happy yet. I want to bring an element of freshness to that really robust flavour. So I've got some sour cream, I've got some parsley, handful of parsley. I want my knife. I'm going to chop this little fella here up. I'm going to put most of it in there. Lemon zest. I'm not going to use lemon juice, just lemon zest. Delicious, really, really good. Stir it up, like that. You can get a nice little wodge of this in here. Serve that at the table as well, and then as your guests come around the table, get a nice big old ladle of that and just let it melt its way around. It's a real dish of attitude, that one. I like that.
This, my friends, is a tomato curry. Yep, you heard right, a tomato curry. Fear not, lovely people, this dish is packed with fragrant herbs and spices and cooked in a creamy coconut sauce.
So first up, let's just talk about tomatoes for a bit, because when I grew up, it was just like your regular plum tomatoes. And the case is now, we've got choice, look at that. I've got 1.2 kilos, different colours, different shapes, different sizes. Life is exciting. So what I need to do first is blanch the tomatoes so that skin can come off, so that the tomato is able to absorb more flavour. And if you just run your knife around the top like that, you'll remove that core, and then boiling water here for about 45 seconds. If you look in the water, can you see how this skin is just shrinking back? And then get them into a little dish. We'll cool it down pretty much straight away. What you can do is literally just squeeze it, and out it comes, absolutely perfect.
Let's talk curry base. Peel and chop 2 chilies, 4 centimetres of ginger and 4 cloves of garlic.
And of course you can just whack all this in a food processor. But I love doing this old school, all by hand, from scratch, because it's so straightforward and simple. And then I've got one ingredient that is a game changer. These are curry leaves. And, you get them in good supermarkets, farmers markets. You get them in areas, of course, where there's a large Indian, Sri Lankan population. Find them.
Whack them in some olive oil and add in a teaspoon of cumin seeds, mustard seeds and fenugreek.
What we're going to now do is create layer upon layer of flavour. I'll cut it into quarters. So just click off the petals. We're not going to put a big hunk of meat in here, right? So we need the veggies to have bigger textures. You know, the vegetables are the hero. So let's treat them as such. And we can add these lovely fragrant flavours. So at this point, we're going to go in with our tomatoes. Look at the way the spices just stick.
Then just a couple of things to finish off. 2 teaspoons of mango chutney for sweetness and a tin of coconut milk.
It will give it a creaminess, it will give you that tropical feeling. So 20 minutes with the lid on, just a gentle simmer to get all those flavours going. I'll have a little clean down. This will be ready and raring to go. Oh. So now let's just reduce that down to a consistency that you like, maybe 5 minutes. But that is a very humble, beautiful, beautiful curry. And there's an optional extra that you can do to take it into another sort of stratosphere, and that is using saffron.
These little stamens from the crocus flower will give the curry the most delicious floral honey-like flavour.
It's an amazing thing. And that tiny little bit of effort actually really does make all the difference. So look, we're all done, ready to serve up. I'm then going to take this beautiful curry. Plenty of juice, guys. Look at that. A few toasted flaked almonds. And that, my friends, is the incredible tomato curry. Let's do it. Plenty of colour. Let's get amongst it. Wow. Every time you think you've tasted it all, it keeps on giving flavour and flavour and flavour. You have to have a go at this, because what you can get from a handful of humble vegetables is phenomenal. Hello, you lovely people. Okay, I am here with Tom Walker.
Hello.
I'm so happy to see you, bro.
It's a pleasure, man.
You have had the most incredible 6 months
Yeah.
in the wonderful world of music. Albums out.
Yep, album's out.
Singles out.
Brit Awards, no big deal.
I know.
You know?
I know, Brit Award, dude.
It's like I know what I'm doing almost.
No, what's happened? What's happened? Diary's busy.
Diary's busy, but I'm glad we made some time for this.
When you're busy, you've got to get fed, right?
Yeah.
So where we're coming together is this nice thing between music and food. You're a big fan of chicken wings.
I am.
I do love a wing, right? I'm also a massive lover of the drumstick, so
Yeah.
I didn't really want to discriminate. I am going to marinate this in the chili sauce, a special chili sauce.
It looks vibrant.
The Oliver Walker chili sauce.
Ooh.
So if you want the recipe to this mighty chili sauce, click the link or swipe up, or the details are on the video. We're going to marinate it in this chili sauce. As I know that you're a lover of chili sauce, I took the liberty of actually doing my main man's very own label.
Oh man, thank you so much. That's
So
wicked.
every time you get if you get chicken wings that are not so good, add a bit. In actual
Right.
fact, if you get anything that's not
I'm
so
just
good,
gonna like take this everywhere with me. Just put that on show
the marinade
here.
on, if you think about what's in the marinade, you've got herbs, you've got garlic,
Yeah.
you've got vinegar, you've got oil, you've got a blend of chilies and dried chilies as well. So actually it's a homemade marinade wanting to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pimp it up a little bit with a bulb of garlic.
Oh yes.
Now I just want to grab some herbs. And there's no
Nice.
real rules here, we're just busking it. Bit of rosemary, bit of the old sage. Grab some salt and
Yeah,
season it up
100%,
for me.
Absolutely.
So, chili sauce, bit of garlic and herbs.
Right.
That's all we've done. And then if you can grab that tin foil for me, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna wash my hands. So this recipe is sort of like two-toned, right?
Right.
The legs and the wings, as you know, are tough. We want to tenderize them.
Right.
So we'll cover them first. And this is gonna go in the oven
Lovely.
for an hour.
Right.
So that's the first bit. 190 degrees Celsius, which is like 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whew.
This is what the chicken looks like after an hour. You can see there's a lot of steam happening, right?
Woo.
The marinade and that kind of natural gravy have come out of.
I wish there was smell-o-vision right now. I wish we could like describe the smells that are going on because they are absolutely sublime.
And then, if you look in here,
Yeah.
see the fat come to the top.
Oh yeah.
All I want to do is just use a little spoon to sort of take that off and pour just the fat back over the chicken. And we're going to roast this again in the oven.
Right.
For nearly another hour. That'll go golden and crispy all over. So, in it goes. So did you have slaw at like school dinners and stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%.
So we want to do an exciting one. So if you
Lovely.
can have a grate up on the apple, but don't grate yourself because those hands are worth a lot of money now.
Carrot.
Mr. Carrot.
Mr. Carrot.
As long as you've got the cabbage and the onion in there and the carrot,
Yeah.
you can kind of have real fun with it. Like apples, pears, different types of cabbage, anything crunchy. So with that slaw, if you take off that box grater, it probably looks like a kind of rainbow kind of veg castle.
Right, I feel like get rid of some of this.
So we're going to hit that with cider vinegar and a good seasoning of salt and pepper.
Nice.
A little olive oil, any random soft herbs, whatever you can get your hands on. So you have a little, just kind of like dress it and a little scrunch up. Ooh, straightforward, it takes seconds.
Beautiful.
Now, this chicken has had an hour. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
Sizzling. I've just added a little bit of those chicken juices and it just glazes it beautifully.
Ooh.
Look at that. So listen, what I'm going to do is put this tray, just like on a roast chicken, see all that sticky goodness on the bottom?
Yeah.
So I'm now going to put this juice back in, and I'm just going to boil it up so it's like a nice gravy, okay?
With hot sauce in it as well.
Yes. I've got some sweet potatoes that I've roasted up.
Lovely.
Just 1 hour. But what I want to do is, while this is gorgeous and sticky,
Yeah.
is just put a coating on it, and I've got some peanuts here.
Oh, here we go.
So just smash it up and just sprinkle it over the top. It gives it the nicest crunch, the nicest flavour.
This is something I've not seen in the chicken wing world before.
And then,
It's barbecue heaven, basically, isn't it? This in the garden in the summertime. Outrageous. It's chicken wing time.
let's kick this off here.
Look at that.
Go on, bro. Before you go in.
Hang about here, come on.
No, the most important thing in culinary history is just developed between
That's
us.
true.
And go on, introduce it.
Oh, hot sauce gravy.
Come on, you know it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
So it should be tender, it should be crisp,
It is.
and it should be blooming
It's
tasty.
delightful. Oh my God. That's one of the best wings I've ever had in my life, and I'm not just saying that.
Really?
It's like ridiculously good. Oh man.
And with the Tom Walker chili sauce, man.
Well, that's
what
it.
more
That's
do you want in life?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Who needs
And
to sell
hot
albums
sauce
when you've got
gravy.
chili sauce, right?
I think I might just stop music and just start producing hot sauce gravy immediately. Go on, get a go here.
Can I nick a bit of yours?
You need to.
A little bit of your slaw.
Oh,
It's got the heat, but the tang, and a nice sweetness to it as well. And then, of course, what you really need is a beer.
yeah. Now we're talking. You got one.
Yeah, I will get one.